You're live.
What happened?
You are live streaming.
Okay.
I just
I'm sorry, I was waiting for the hi Katie, for the American flag. Okay, if you all rise, please. Welcome to the next meeting for
Pledge allegiance.
Fine Arts Committee, and we can start with saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. We have a quorum. I'd like to welcome everyone this evening for our very first CCFA meeting. At this time, I would actually like to turn the meeting over to Mrs. Myjack, who is the head of CPFA Committee. Donna, all yours.
Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our meeting. I'd like to welcome our scholarship recipients. We have 3 young ladies here tonight, and we're hoping to hear a few words from all of them. Each one of them filled out the required application. Each of them submitted all the required information and wrote us all a very nice essay. So we have a large amount of criteria, grades, well-rounded, need, and most of all, the study in the field of arts. So there's 3 of us on my committee, myself, Phil Vega, and Ophelia Frazier, and we had the privilege of reading all these applications and selecting these 3 young ladies. So we have 2 gold recipients. We have Nina Chang this evening. So congratulations, Nina.
Thanks.
We have Haley Schmidt, and she also, the 2 gold recipients will be receiving a $1,000 scholarship. So congratulations, Haley.
And for the very first time, we have a silver
recipient as well. So we have Samantha Novak, and
Thank
she's
you.
receiving a $500 scholarship. And congratulations, Samantha.
Thank you.
Now, can we have each one of you say a few words and tell us about your field of study and give us a little bit of an idea of what you're going to be doing as you move on from high school.
And we'll start with Nina, if you would be so kind.
Okay, so I'm in the fall, I'm going to RISD, hopefully if this whole COVID thing dies down. And I'm planning on studying industrial design, which is like a pretty broad field. So we'll see where that takes me. And I also work at the Eli Whitney Museum, which was like what brought like this interest on like design. And so yeah, I could not have gotten here without my parents, who have like always supported me when I have like in whatever I wanted to do since I was a child. So I could not have done this without them. So very excited to see where the future brings me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And Haley, how about you now?
Okay, I'm going to UConn for illustration. I've always had an interest in drawing, not only in more of the technical aspects, but in the field of storytelling and character design. I recently, within the past year or so, started working at the Cheshire Public Library, which introduced me to a lot more books and even an artist who graduated from the high school and went on to publish her own graphic novel. So I've had a lot of connections, and I've been able to really, I guess, indulge myself in the industry. And also, you know, my parents, for an artist, you know, it's not like my sisters are also very artistically inclined. So they're really just supportive of what we do. And it's really nice to know that they have my back with everything.
Cool.
Haley, one of the things also we had noticed on your application was that you helped establish the Cheshire High Art Club. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It was I think it was junior year we started it. It was kind of a joint effort with me and a few other girls. We had no art club previously, or hadn't for a while, and we really wanted to start something. And so we established our own art club, and we began with a mural painting that we did in the guidance department in the Cheshire High School, which was a really fun group project that we all contributed for. And that took us a lot of time. It took most of my junior year. But now I took more of a leadership role within this past year, and I was able to do a lot of stuff to like introduce new members and try new things and see what people were interested in.
Great, thank you very much.
And Samantha.
Hello. Okay, so my name's Samantha Novak. I'm going to be attending the University of Miami, majoring in architecture. So I'm really excited about that. I mean, I think I've always been really passionate about like creating new things and seeing how like designs are put together, and just like art of architecture is just so fascinating to me. And I've always been involved in like STEM classes, and just I've always been really passionate about that. And I think it really was I was really assured about this career path after I had an internship at an architecture firm this past summer. So I was really grateful for that, and I was able to connect with different interior designers and architects and like help them like fix their plans and just anything around the office. It was really good opportunity. So that was really great. And yeah, I'm just really excited where this futures will take me. And I'm really thankful for what you guys have done for me. It's really great.
Very welcome. The three of you, I mean, we couldn't be happier. This is marvelous. 3 fabulous candidates, and we had quite a few to choose from this time. So the committee had a lot to read.
Yes.
I'm going to ask the 3 of you if within the next week or so, some of you have your checks already, some of you didn't get it in the mail yet, but they were all mailed. Mrs. Pilarczyk mailed them last week with a letter. But if you would have someone take a photograph of you, and maybe your parents with you, you could decide on that, holding the check and smiling, and send it to Arts Place. We would love to place something in the newspaper praising all 3 of you, because it's a big accomplishment, and your life that's coming up is just going to be wonderful. Being involved in the arts, we're all very excited.
Okay, yeah, great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I want to say the 3 of you are welcome to stay for our meeting, or you're welcome to continue on this evening. I know you're still in school, so we thank you very much, and we're going to go on with our meeting now. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you again. for the
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Wishing you the best.
Thank you.
So
You're very welcome.
we need to approve our March 10th minutes. You've all received them in advance. Does anyone have any questions, corrections from our March 10th meeting minutes? So may I have a motion to accept the minutes as written? Thank you, Mrs. Lohr, and Mrs. Mychak, you are seconding that. Thank you very much. Mrs. McGeary was not able to join us this evening, so Ms. Pilarchik will be giving us the treasurer's report.
Did everybody receive the treasurer's report by email?
Yes, thank you.
So currently we are at 83% of our budget. That is probably about 10% less than we should be, but because we had so many cancellations and we haven't been using program services to pay instructors, we will have some money left in this budget. Though I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do with some of this money under another part of the report. But otherwise, that's it. Any questions?
We're as close to on target as possible.
Yes.
Thank you. May I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report? Thank you, Ophelia, and Yui, you're seconding that motion. Thank you so much. Ms. Mychak, do you have anything to report for the secretary's report at this time?
I don't have anything to report.
At this time. Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Crowley from the library.
Hi, so just quickly, the library staff have been working from home since March 23rd, but they have been very busy the entire time. We've offered 48 virtual programs that have been attended by 1,289 participants. And we've created over a dozen instructional and informational videos on our YouTube channel. So I do invite you to check that out. They're really great. They did a great job with the marketing and the branding of that. And we significantly increased our digital downloads, ebooks, audiobook collections. So there's a lot more there that people can access. And we also brought on Acorn TV. So if you like your BBC shows, you can log into our RB Digital app and get a 1-week license to watch as many of those shows as you want. And then the next week you can get a new license. And we also brought in Great Courses, which has a lot of good courses on all kinds of different topics. So you can check that out. Again, that's through the RB Digital app. And then there's been a lot of construction. One of the silver linings with the crisis was that the roof and air handling unit replacement was able to happen without us in the building. So that should be done by mid-June. And also the LED lighting upgrade has been taking place. So all that's been able to happen while we're not there, which is a lot easier than if we'd had to stay in the building for that. And mainly what I'm working on right now is a reopening plan that would be a phased plan and probably start with some sort of contactless materials pickup to begin. But I don't have any dates on when that will happen. We're still waiting for further guidelines and instructions from the town.
I have a question. Is there someone that physically answers the telephone if you call with a question at this time?
So yes, you can call and leave a message on the voicemail, and someone is assigned every day to check those messages and then call people back. But you can also email us, and people are checking the email and responding that way. So we've been responding to all kinds of questions, and also if people need tech help with downloading, or you can apply for a library card online. We actually have had 60 new library card applications since March, which is really good online. So you can access the digital content that way.
Wonderful. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you very much. We appreciate your report.
You're welcome.
Okay, and hi.
Hi.
If you could report for the Friends.
Well, there's not much to report. We haven't met, and I don't believe I'll even schedule meetings. There's really not much of a point to do that. The author that we still have her on board for October, not knowing what will transpire by then. But we also secured her for the following year should we cancel. So she's already agreed to that. We are taking in, we've ceased all art heals. You cannot go into anyone's home. So we have ceased that. So we're not really expending anything for art heals. So not raising the money, I think it's just going to be kind of a wash for us. It's not going to really hurt us that badly. The other thing is that due to Janet Kirk's passing, her daughter, I guess, had people who wanted to make donations in her memory. She chose the Art Heals program. So we've gotten in enough probably for almost 2 Art Heals patients. So that's been good. And that's what we're doing. I mean, we're not really moving forward with anything. It's just kind of a wait and see. So, and like I said, we're not planning on scheduling meetings. So we just let everybody sit tight for now.
And what I should have said at the beginning of this is Donna Mark is president of our Friends group, which is the 501c3 for Arts Place and CPFA. And she has a board of directors, and the author event she's talking about, folks, happens once a year and helps support Art Heals. Do you want to talk about Art Heals at all at this time? I know we cannot utilize it because of the COVID problem.
Well, just that it's a program for homebound Cheshire adults where we sent a artist to work with that particular person solely, but it was private art lessons to them. And we took their finished product and had it framed or whatever else it needed to be put on display, and they got to keep the finished work of art. So that has been suspended at this time because we cannot send anyone into homes privately like that. So.
And over the years, Ms. Flarchik, approximately how many clients has Art Heals served?
I believe it's over 60.
Which is marvelous. People in our community.
But we were also going to hold a forum of sorts to help other towns develop the same program. So I think that's put on hold as well.
Anything for the Friends at this time?
Any questions, suggestions?
Flarchik is the director of Arts Place, and we are the Fine Arts Commission, Performing and Fine Arts Commission for Cheshire under her direction. So you can give your report, please.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Beth for being such a wonderful, strong leader and supportive, there to answer every question I have. And along with her staff, we are very, very lucky to be part of the library department. I also want to thank my Arts Place staff. Karen Peter-Scalzo has been working tirelessly as we develop new programs and see our way going forward. Marianne Gansley has been working on cleaning. I think she has cleaned 1,033 brushes. These are oil and acrylic brushes. And those are brushes that I have been purchasing for the last 30 years. And now they are organized and spotless, and I'm delighted. She's worked on other projects at home, the visual reference file, organizing materials. And Agnes has been fantastic. Agnes has been our public face, posting on our Facebook page, on Instagram almost daily, working tirelessly. So it is a new world, and we have lots of plans going forward. Under my Arts Place report, spring report is very short. We canceled early. We had 140 people that had enrolled early, and they were all refunded. We have now canceled some of the summer programs. Unfortunately, Fairytopia will not run. I was holding out hopes that it would, but the instructor won't be in the state. We are opening, though, for teachers that feel comfortable to offer workshops or classes in July and August this year. I've been talking to colleagues across the state that are in similar positions, and most everybody's doing the same thing. If teachers are comfortable and if you have a space, welcome them back. And if teachers aren't comfortable, we will do online virtual classes and workshops. I'm just talking about this for teens and adults only. Right now, it would be too difficult to have children with shared supplies, and not adequate space. That's it.
Did you want to talk about the new town website or?
Yes. Well, I want to talk about the fine arts budget presentation. Our budget, my request this year is about 10% higher than this year. The town council is working hard for all of us. All of us are Cheshire residents. We don't want taxes go up. So I have cut our request to below what it is this year by a few percent. Whatever money I can save and put back in, that's how we'll go forward. And I'm hoping to start the online classes and in order to bring in some revenue. You know, typically we bring in 125,000. This year we're at 85,000. That's because all of spring was canceled and normally almost all of summer is paid for by July 1st. So that's why we are short, and I feel that people are at home and they're eager to get back to art classes. So what we did today, we measured and taped out Arts Place upstairs. Upstairs would be the only room that we could have classes. The room size is, I think, I don't know, 36 by 70. And that means I can have almost a 16-foot main aisle and put 5 tables on each side. So have 10 students with 8 feet around them. And that 16-foot aisle with a large screen in the front. And the teachers that feel comfortable and safe on coming back, they're welcome to. And this will be for teens and adults. So I've hired someone, a specialist on running this, filming the virtual classes. And I'm very excited to work with him in a few weeks. And that's what most arts organizations are doing.
Thank you. The town website and the surveillance cameras.
Arnett has been working tirelessly. She's the assistant town manager, Arnett Talbot, to roll out a new website. And now each department is working on editing their pages and adding reports such as boards, agendas, and meetings. And yes, the surveillance cameras are up, and it's very nice when I'm at Arts Place by myself that I can look outside and see who's driving around the parking lot or who is approaching.
That's wonderful. And garden volunteers?
We've changed Pina's Giving Garden this year. We decided to make it be not only herbs, but also beans and cherry tomatoes and cucumbers and squash. And we will, once those are growing a little bit more, we will have signage and I'll do publicity so that people in town can come and not only get their parsley and basil, but can get a zucchini or some tomatoes for dinner.
And this is all for free to the public. Yes.
That's right, at Pina's Giving Garden in honor of Pina Jaroslaw. And we could use your help always weeding. There's no weeds now. It's all been redone. I'm waiting on the water to be turned on and for things to start growing. We were also so fortunate to have our butterfly garden done by a friend to weed it out, and Michaela's garden will be replanted. So, you know, we're going to have a lot going on outside at Arts Place.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you. And we are going to go on to Ms. Carkle.
Thanks. So because of COVID, we canceled early with Arts Day, and we were able to
refund all of the artists some of their stipend to cover their materials, and the staff at Arts Place did a fabulous job contacting everyone, and we're just looking forward to working with the theme for next year. We're just moving it forward. So unfortunately, it'll be missed, but I think we had a great time putting together a lot of the props and the scenery pieces and some of the larger art pieces that kind of make the experience fun for the kids. And that's all being housed and stored for next March, when we'll be at it again, hopefully.
That's wonderful. And I understand that the Academy has a deposit at this point. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, we thank
We
you.
have 8 selected and a deposit, and we have the theme. And the majority of artists will be returning.
Wonderful. Do we have any other old business at this time? Do we have any other new business at this time?
Well, I want to mention that I will be using some of the budget in cooperation, I hope, with the town of Apex to purchase a couple of laptop computers so that the programming that we need to run our programs can be loaded on the laptops. Some teachers will need to borrow them for home, and some staff. So that's on my spending agenda, and maybe a couple of Chromebooks. So probably around $3,000 out of this year's budget. And we do have several requests. Arnett Talbot has asked each department to look ahead as to how we can safely reopen and what we'll need. And as Beth had mentioned today, we need more sanitizing hand stations. And I would like to have a plexiglass, like a box on rollers. This was also Beth's idea, so that if I have a teacher in front of Arts Place teaching, and that box is around her, a student could walk right up and hold their artwork up in front safely. And it's pretty minor, I think. I need a little plexiglass piece hanging above my Dutch door as you walk in. And we need some touchless soap dispensers in the bathrooms. And that's about it for us.
Wonderful. Thank you. Well, I would like to thank Ms. Lohr, Ms. Gianpietro, Ms. Carkle, Ms. Vega, Ms. Torok, Ms. Myjak, Ms. Frazier, Ms. Mark, Ms. Pilarchik, and Ms. Crowley very much. I thank you all. Does anyone have anything else at this time?
I thank you all. I thank you all.
And
It's so good to see your faces, and I miss you all. And it was such an honor having the 3 scholarship students, because I know how hard you all worked for that money. $2,500 is a big chunk of change that you worked for. And it was wonderful to have them on tonight and see those happy faces and wish them well in their future. But all of this happens because of you and your volunteer hours. So thank you.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Ms. Vega, may I have a second? Ms. Frazier, all in favor? So moved. Thank you very much. We'll see you next month.
Good night.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Good night.